First of all, I got the best sleep I've had the whole trip. 8 hours plus last night. I was wore out. I was limping back the entire way from going to eat dinner. I walked out to come get the breakfast that I heard you brought down, and you're not going to believe how incredible this is. This is so wild. What? This is so amazing. I might eat that entire tray. She brought me this so I can pack more lunches to take with me. I forgot to show you the coolest part of this place. So I had the whole downstairs half of this house, and I also had this living room with a TV, and I could see if you had a bunch of pilgrims here, it'd be really fun. I demolished that whole thing and saved some for later. So today I got a long path. If I can make it to Jovic, I'm gonna take a 2-day break, but it's really far. I just did really far, so but maybe the motivation of taking a break will help me, but I don't know how much motivation helps ankles. All right, I'm down to the whole socks. I don't think it'd be too bad because it's not on my foot. Headed out. Here's the place to stay behind me. I have the whole bottom floor to myself. I'm leaving Lena over the old bridge here, stone bridge. I think it's a couple 100 years old. So their fences are angled like this instead of upright like our fences. Walking into Hof. This is Hof Church. It was made in like the 1100s, 1200s, and restored multiple times. The big one was in the 1700s. 474 kilometers to Nidos. Just had about an hour-long conversation, a nice little break at the Hof Church. Guy came up on a motorcycle and we started chatting pretty quickly about everything. He gave me so much information on the history of this area, and we got into how I didn't know Hilton Hotels, I'm sure everybody knows this, but I didn't know it came from Norway. Evinrude Outboard Motors came from around here, and then the first female serial killer in America, Bella something. I didn't know how poor Norway was, especially up until the 70s when they found oil. It was a lot of indentured servitude too, 100 or so years ago. He said his grandparents grew up in that, where they basically signed a contract for a year and they could really only have clothes and food. They worked the land, hard conditions. That's why a lot of Norwegians came over to America. It was a really insightful, fun conversation. We even discussed politics, which everybody knows I like. We also talked about bands. He was big into music. His favorite two bands from America were B-52s and ZZ Top. And ZZ Top's playing Trondheim, I think, either a couple days before I get there or right when I get there, but in a Ford Mustang. Notice the backpack's gone. I got pretty far away and then realized I left my water bottle I just filled up back at the church. But then right then when I was thinking, okay, I need to go take my backpack off and go get it, a guy was on the road with a camera and wanted to take my picture for the church of a pilgrim. And so he took my picture and stuff, and I kind of told him what happened. And I realized the bottle I needed with this cap specifically for my filter was still in my backpack. Lost one water bottle. Okay, there's no big deal. That's 2 pounds less, actually. And I asked the guy what he would do if there was any water ahead, and he goes, "Hey, I just fill it up in my house." And he was an older gentleman. He was walking like I run. Filled it up. I'm good to go. My backpack I left on the side of the road. And also because of that little detour, again, there are no wrong turns or no mistakes as far as leaving that water bottle, was the fact that now I'll be the main pilgrim picture for the church. Okay, Lake Mjosa has come into view. I'll be walking along this for several days. It's Norway's largest lake. We'll see about that. Every once in a while there's these things called Tenkaplass, and so someone sponsored a place to just sit and reflect and think. Let's do that. Y'all like, please be careful, please. I'm gonna walk real slow. Look, I'm just walking. The higher it gets, I'm just walking. It's no big deal. Getting closer to the lake. I made it almost down to the lake here. Started getting a little hot, and I was like, I'm gonna put my coat on. I'm gonna take that off too. But that requires taking the backpack off. So I was gonna just throw my hat on, protect from the sun. Guess what? Hat's gone. No idea where it is. I might have left it with the water bottle. I might have dropped it somewhere. I don't know, but the hat's gone. But I'm coming up on some cities, so I can buy a hat. And I'm trying not to get sunburned super bad, I did bring sunblock, though. I haven't had to use it because of the hat. Hoping this is a public picnic table. Gotta look up if you can drink the water straight from the lake. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. Right in front of me is like a swarm of mosquitoes, and they can't get to me. So there's like an invisible barrier about 2 feet away. And I'm just so thankful because we prayed for that with Kathleen and Mike and Debbie at my house, and that the insects wouldn't be able to harm me. And it's pretty wild. No mosquito bites. I have not used any deterrent. So I hope you can see the mosquitoes, but if you can't, just gotta take my word for it, I guess. I really like it when they just have a street sign. Pilgrim's Lit. That's the Pilgrim's Path. Here I go. What's great about no plans, no timelines on this pilgrimage, I just do whatever I feel like doing. What is a mat packer, you ask? Quite simply and literally, a food pack. And it's basically a sack lunch that you make from your breakfast. Because they eat a lot of bread and meats and cheeses for breakfast and fruit, so you just kind of make a lunch. And I got 2 nice sandwiches here. I already ate one, actually. Walking along this lake has been really, really nice today. A lot of tiny home camper places. They sell ice cream, so I'm gonna get one of those soon. It does look a little dark ahead, the clouds. I don't know, we'll see. It looks a little crazy. The app says 0 chance of rain, so we'll see how accurate. So this little guy hasn't moved. I was walking up. I think he's a hawk? Or is it looks fluffy. It's always a baby, right? If he's a baby, is there a pterodactyl around here? What is happening? What are you? Oh, now he's talking smack. Let's talk smack then. That bird didn't move for nothing. I walked by within 2 foot of it. So it's either one of 3 things, probably. On the hunt, because he was staring out at this field, and he wasn't losing whatever he had, and he knew I was safe. Or he's hurt. Oh, that would suck. Or they're protecting babies. And I'm sitting here talking and video, and it's just trying to get me to go away, so it doesn't have to attack me to protect its babies. So maybe there's other reasons, but I'm leaning towards those. I love these flowers. I've seen them a lot. Okay, I'm off the highway. Really not a fan of the highway. There's no way around it. I've tried ditches on the highway, but that's not good. It doesn't work. So let's just chill out. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, so let's just chill out. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, so let's just chill Oh, where I'm supposed to go.